Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking directly to you, automotive professionals, dealership management, and marketing teams.
Right.
We are zeroing in on something that's not just important, but like fundamental for future success. It's the power of integrated systems within your dealership. Think of this deep dive as like a shortcut to understanding this core element of the semi-day AI protocol transformation. Specifically, we're going to be talking about that foundational review that happens around day 14.
Right.
Our mission in this deep dive is to make it crystal clear why connecting every single part of your dealership is the key to unstoppable growth, and why it's absolutely vital as we head towards a world with these sophisticated AI agents.
Absolutely. What's really insightful here, I think, is understanding that this 30-day AI protocol, it's not about just bolting AI onto a traditional dealership structure. This foundational review is really about recognizing your entire operation as one single connected machine.
I like that.
You know, for too long, departments have kind of operated in their own orbits, right?
And their silos.
Yeah. And so this is about recognizing that true power comes from everything working in concert.
Okay, so let's really break down this integrated system. The first 2 weeks of the protocol focus on building these core components.
Okay.
So there's like defining your dealership's true north and unique voice, establishing a strong content foundation, building your marketing engine, setting up those clear communication channels, understanding your team's strengths, and putting that metrics framework in place.
Yeah.
Now, looking at that list, it might seem like a series of separate boxes to tick.
That's a very common initial reaction, I think.
Okay.
But the real crucial understanding is that these elements aren't independent tasks at all. They're very deeply woven together.
Right.
So if you think about your true north, that should really be the guiding principle. Behind every piece of content that you create, that content then fuels your marketing efforts. Your marketing then dictates what kinds of communications you need to have. All of this relies on your team's capabilities and is ultimately measured by your metrics.
Yeah, it's all connected.
It's a very dynamic interplay where each element is actually strengthening the others.
Yeah, and I really like how the protocol talks about viewing the dealership as a living organism, where data is the lifeblood.
Yeah.
That really resonates, because it kind of moves away from thinking of data as like these static reports and more as something that's constantly flowing and like providing nourishment to the rest of the machine.
Yeah, it's a great analogy because it captures that constant movement and that vital nature of information in a well-integrated dealership.
Right.
When data flows freely between departments and systems, it allows for real-time insights and quicker and more informed responses to customer needs and market changes.
Right.
It's what prevents stagnation and keeps the entire organization agile.
I also really like this idea of a shared consciousness or like a collective intelligence that emerges from this integration. I mean, that kind of sounds like science fiction.
Yeah.
But it's this key concept in the protocol.
Right.
What is like the practical benefit of a dealership developing this kind of shared brain?
Well, the power is in breaking down those traditional silos when data isn't trapped in these individual departments.
Yeah.
But it's shared and analyzed across the entire dealership. You start to see patterns and gain insights that wouldn't be visible otherwise. Every customer interaction, every marketing campaign result, every service bay report.
Yeah.
All of that contributes to this more comprehensive understanding of your business.
Okay.
And that shared knowledge leads to smarter decisions at every level.
Okay.
From personalized marketing to efficient inventory management.
Okay, so let's talk specifics. I know our listeners want to really grab onto something. How does this integration, as outlined in the protocol's foundational review, how does it fundamentally change how we understand our customers? You know, we're not just talking about names and addresses in a CRM, are we?
No, not at all.
Okay.
The protocol emphasizes moving from like basic customer data to what it calls comprehensive intelligence.
Okay.
So think about this. Instead of just knowing that a customer bought a specific model last year, integration allows you to connect that purchase with their service history, their interactions with your marketing emails, even their browsing behavior on your website.
Okay.
So suddenly you can identify patterns like, are customers who regularly purchase a specific type of accessory, are they more likely to be repeat buyers?
Okay, interesting.
Which postal codes are generating your most loyal service customers?
Right.
These are the kinds of really rich insights that the protocol aims to unlock.
That's incredible. That's incredibly valuable for targeted marketing.
Yeah.
And the protocol also touches on identifying equity positions.
Right.
So how does integration play a role in spotting those upgrade opportunities?
Well, if your service department system is talking to your sales CRM, like the protocol encourages, you can automatically identify customers whose vehicles are reaching a point of positive equity.
Right.
This can then trigger personalized and timely communications from your sales team, informing them of potential upgrade opportunities before the customer even starts thinking about a new car.
Yeah.
It's about being proactive and relevant, guided by integrated data.
It's about anticipating that customer's journey.
Exactly.
Right. The protocol also talks about understanding where a customer is in their current shopping cycle.
Right.
So how does this integrated approach provide that kind of visibility?
Well, by integrating data from all customer touchpoints.
Okay.
So that's website activity, social media engagement, inquiries through various channels.
Right.
You build a much clearer picture of their current intent. So are they just researching?
Right.
Have they compared specific models? Have they requested a quote? The protocol guides you in setting up systems that track these behaviors. And then this allows your sales and marketing teams to engage with the right message at the right time, really smoothly moving them through their buying journey.
Yeah. And, it's not just about new car sales.
Right.
The protocol stresses the importance of a complete interaction history.
Yeah.
And understanding communication preferences.
That's key.
That's key for long-term customer relationships.
It is.
Right.
So imagine a customer calls your parts department.
Okay.
With an integrated system, the representative can quickly see their entire history with the dealership,
right,
previous purchases, service visits, even their preferred method of contact.
Wow.
So this allows for a much more personalized and efficient interaction.
Right.
And knowing whether they prefer email, text, or a phone call ensures that your follow-up is actually welcomed and effective.
Right.
And this builds stronger loyalty over time.
Yeah. And the list goes on. Recognizing purchase patterns to anticipate future needs, leveraging service history to build stronger relationships.
Yeah.
It really paints a picture of this 360-degree customer view, which is a core aim of the 30-day AI protocol.
It is.
And the big takeaway here is that when all of this data flows seamlessly, every department operates with a much clearer understanding.
Precisely.
So marketing efforts become laser-focused. Sales conversations are more informed and persuasive.
Right.
Service anticipates needs and builds trust. Management has the data they need to make strategic decisions that drive growth.
That's right.
So it dissolves those traditional departmental boundaries and fosters this truly customer-centric organization.
It does.
Now let's kind of shift gears here a little bit. Let's talk about how this integration, this cornerstone of the 30-day AI protocol, transforms a dealership's presence in the market. It's not just about knowing who our customers are. It's about showing up in the right way, in the right places. Right. So what's particularly powerful here is how the protocol emphasizes this consistent and channel-appropriate communication.
Yes.
So remember those foundational elements we discussed earlier?
Yeah.
Like your clearly defined customer avatars, your mapped out customer value journeys,
right,
your authentic why buy reasons, your unique selling propositions. The protocol guides you in embedding these core messages into every aspect of your market outreach.
Right.
So by following the protocol, our customer avatars ensure that we're crafting these marketing messages that speak directly to the needs and pain points of our ideal customers, rather than just broadcasting generic messages.
Exactly. And that focus on customer value journeys ensures that you're delivering relevant content and offers at each stage of their interaction with you, your why buy reasons, and your unique selling propositions. Clearly defined in the early stages, they become consistent threads throughout all of your marketing, helping you stand out from the competition based on genuine value.
And the protocol also highlights the power of success stories and testimonials.
Yeah.
Integration makes it easier to leverage that social proof.
Absolutely. By integrating your customer feedback systems with your marketing platforms, you can seamlessly collect and share positive reviews and testimonials.
Right.
These authentic stories build trust and credibility with potential customers far more effectively than generic advertising.
I think you're right.
And then having consistent and easily accessible product information empowers customers to make informed decisions, and it really positions your dealership as a knowledgeable resource.
Yeah, and the protocol really brings this to life with examples of how integration enhances those individual customer touch points, creating those magic moments.
Yeah.
So let's look at website visits, for example, a crucial first interaction.
Right. What's transformative here is how AI, working within an integrated system, can analyze the browsing behavior of website visitors and cross-reference it with data from your most successful customer profiles. So even before a visitor fills out a single form, the system can begin to tailor the content and offers they see, making their online experience far more relevant and engaging.
Right from the start.
Right from the start.
Okay, that's a significant step towards true personalization.
Yes.
And then what about when a potential customer reaches out for more information?
Yeah.
It's more than just an automated reply, right?
That's nicely. So following the protocol's guidance on integrating your marketing automation and CRM system, this allows you to personalize content based on the specific information the prospect has shown interest in, what similar customers have found valuable, and even their preferred communication channel.
Interesting.
And at the same time, your sales team receives a notification with key insights about this lead's likely interests and potential questions before they even pick up the phone.
Wow, that's huge.
It is.
And I think the example in the protocol about customers with existing equity is really powerful. How does integration create that seamless experience for both the customer and the dealership?
Well, when a customer's vehicle reaches a certain equity threshold, the entire dealership can respond in this coordinated and personalized way.
Right.
The system flags the opportunity. AI can assist in crafting these tailored upgrade offers. Marketing automation can launch targeted campaigns. And the sales team receives an alert with all the crucial context they need to make that outreach timely and relevant.
That eliminates so much potential for those missed opportunities.
It does.
And the integration even extends to those crucial in-person sales conversations.
Yes, it does.
So the protocol encourages the use of technology that can even integrate those in-person interactions.
Right.
So imagine AI-powered tools that can capture key details from a conversation.
Yeah.
Like their stated preferences, budget considerations, trade-in information. This data is then automatically fed back into that CRM, updating the customer's profile in real time.
That's right.
So this ensures that any follow-up is highly personalized and directly addresses those points discussed.
Yeah.
It just creates a much more effective and customer-centric sales process.
It does.
And even engaging with customers who are currently with competitors becomes a more strategic and data-driven process under the 30-day AI protocol.
Absolutely.
So by analyzing integrated market data, you can identify potential conquest opportunities. Customers who fit your ideal profile, but are currently driving a competitor's vehicle. So the protocol then guides you in using AI to optimize your advertising to reach these prospects with messages that highlight your specific advantages over their current brand, addressing common reasons why customers switch. And your sales team can also receive insights into those typical switching concerns, enabling them to have more informed and persuasive conversations.
It's powerful.
And crucially, the protocol emphasizes tracking the success of these conquest efforts, allowing for that continuous refinement of your strategy. So this all underscores the incredible power of integration, which brings us to the next critical stage emphasized in the 30-day AI protocol. And that's preparing for autonomous AI agents. This is where that foundational integration we've been discussing becomes absolutely non-negotiable.
What's vital to grasp here is that the effectiveness of these future autonomous AI agents will be entirely dependent on the level of data integration you establish now. These agents will be capable of continuously monitoring your data streams, identifying opportunities in real time, initiating actions, autonomously learning from the outcomes, and constantly optimizing your operations. But their intelligence is directly limited by the data they could access. So if your dealership's information remains locked away in these separate systems, these powerful AI agents are going to be severely handicapped in what they can accomplish.
So implementing these integration strategies outlined in those early stages of the 30-day AI protocol isn't just about gaining a competitive edge today. It's about building that necessary infrastructure to fully leverage the transformative potential of AI in the years to come.
Exactly. The protocol emphasizes that integration isn't just this beneficial add-on for future AI capabilities. It's an absolute necessity.
Okay.
You need to connect virtually everything. Your website analytics, your advertising platforms, your CRM, all your communication tools.
Yeah.
Every interaction your team has, all sources of customer feedback. If you want to fully harness the power of these autonomous AI agents as they become more prevalent.
And I like how the protocol even shares an anecdote about a dealer group that proactively created this central nervous system for their information flow.
Yeah.
What kind of tangible results did they see from taking this integrated approach?
What's really telling about their experience is the significant and practical impact of breaking down those data silos. So their sales team gained immediate access to these comprehensive service histories, enabling them to have much more informed and persuasive conversations about trade-ins and upgrades.
Right.
Marketing analytics directly informed their inventory purchasing decisions, making sure they had the right vehicles in stock to meet actual demand.
Wow.
And maybe most importantly, their customer communications became perfectly synchronized across all channels, creating that seamless and consistent brand experience that fosters greater trust and loyalty.
And this interconnectedness leads to this idea of compound benefits.
Yes.
Results that are greater than just the sum of their individual parts.
Exactly.
Can you give us some concrete examples of these amplified advantages?
Sure. With richer and more valuable customer data, your marketing assets become significantly more effective.
Okay.
Because they're based on actual insights into customer behavior and preferences. This then leads to more relevant and persuasive sales presentations that directly address the specific needs and pain points of each prospect. Over time, the collective knowledge gained through this integrated system becomes institutional wisdom, reducing your reliance on the expertise of any single individual.
Right.
And crucially, integrated data reveals performance patterns across departments that would be invisible in those isolated silos. So it allows for more strategic and data-driven decision-making.
That impacts the entire organization.
Exactly.
Finally, the protocol underscores how this deep level of integration enables this culture of continuous learning and improvement throughout the entire dealership.
It's like the organization itself becomes smarter and more adaptable over time.
I like that.
With feedback loops built into those integrated systems. Successful strategies in one area can be quickly identified, analyzed, and implemented across other departments. Your content creation process learned what truly resonates with your target audience. Your marketing efforts learn which channels deliver the best return on investment. Your sales team refines their most effective engagement techniques. And your service department gains insights into what drives the highest levels of customer satisfaction. The entire dealership, guided by that integrated data, evolves into a true learning organism that constantly adapts and improves its performance.
So this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive into the fundamental importance of integrated systems, especially as we look towards the future of AI in automotive retail. The 30-day AI protocol transformation is designed to help our listeners navigate successfully.
It is.
The protocol clearly demonstrates that this integration isn't just a technological upgrade. It's this fundamental shift in how dealerships need to operate to achieve that sustainable and unstoppable growth in the years ahead.
And what's really transformative is the potential this integrated foundation unlocks. By embracing these principles and implementing the strategies outlined in the protocol, dealerships are not merely preparing for the arrival of sophisticated AI. They are proactively positioning themselves to thrive. In a future where data-driven insights and autonomous actions become the norm, really setting themselves apart as leaders in a rapidly evolving industry.
So for all of you listening, the automotive professionals, the dealership management, the marketing teams, here's your key takeaway. Consider right now which currently isolated data sources within your dealership hold the greatest potential for revealing game-changing insights if they were seamlessly integrated. What concrete initial steps can you commit to taking today towards building your own central nervous system for information flow?
That's right.
A foundation that's so crucial for unlocking the full power of AI and achieving that unstoppable growth.
The future success of your dealership in the age of AI might very well hinge on the answers to those questions. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into this core element of the 30-day AI protocol transformation. We'll see you next time.